Okay, so we have back-to-back budget videos now. Hi everyone, it's siu-yee. Welcome to Frugality and Finance. I make videos about personal finance, frugality, and of course, my debt-free journey, which is almost over. I am officially in my teens of thousands of dollars in debt, but we are almost there. It's been a long journey. Right now, I am $14,600 in debt. That's because I sent a student loan payment on Tuesday a few days ago, which if you guys saw my last budget video, I did send the payment and it was posted the next day. Today, I also would like to send a payment, but I need to do it before a certain time in order for it to be posted today. And let's just go ahead and budget my money so that I can go ahead and make the payment. Okay, so this budget video is a little bit different because I'm not going to be using my phone for this, because I also want to show you guys something else on my computer that I haven't shown in a while. But first, let's budget this money. So I have $4,115.76 left to budget, or ready to assign. I am using YNAB, which is my preferred budgeting app. They obviously, as you can see, have a desktop version. It is a paid subscription, but I currently have it for free because I'm a student and I am milking that entire discount. So anyway, I really have two things to budget for. It's not gonna be a very exciting budget video. I am so sorry. I'm letting you down right now so that you won't be let down later. But that just means that I'll be able to send more money towards student loans. I'm gonna go ahead and budget the first thing that I need to budget for because I'm pretty much covered on every category. Like, I'm not sending anything to investments, giving, refrigerator light, transportation. I think I'm gonna be cutting it close, but I think I'll be okay for the rest of the month with $118. I'll definitely have to allocate some money for gas, with my next paycheck, but for now I'm not worrying about it. Nothing on subscriptions, that's all covered. Nothing, oh, this is the something. I will need to budget something towards education because literally right after I finished filming my video, when I was like, I'm not really sure if I need a budget for books and supplies for my next class, I got an email saying that I do need to budget for books and supplies for my next class. So I just have to buy this course packet. Apparently my course is like based on some Harvard course that's online. I'm not sure what's going on there. But because it's an online course, they have online course materials and it's basically a bunch of PDFs that I had to purchase as part of this pack. But the total ended up being $90.40. So I'm completely fine spending that if it means saving myself time trying to find those PDFs elsewhere. And it's still cheaper than a typical textbook would be. So let me go ahead and allocate that money, $90.40. So now I have money to cover those expenses. And since this is an education expense, I may be able to deduct this on my taxes next year. It's not tuition, but since I am spending money on education, it might fall under a different category. I don't exactly remember how it works. Obviously, I'm learning something, but also I can get a tax deduction, which is good. So now that that's budgeted, I think I'm good on every other category. Nothing for Percy. I'm gonna rename this because this is kind of a mouthful. I'm just gonna rename this Percy. Percy, my child, my little demi-dog. Nothing for him. Nothing for health and fitness. Wardrobe, I don't think I'm gonna be spending any money there. Let me just hide this taxes category because it's just not necessary, or I can just move it. Okay, I just moved it. So now we have fun funds. Nothing there. Taylor still hasn't dropped anything. I still won't be budgeting anything there. And I did take some money out of trips to cover the education expense, but you know what? I'm just gonna leave it there. Now we're in debt, so I can send $4,025.36 towards debt. So let me go ahead and do that. Beautiful. Okay, so now that that's allocated, I can officially send a payment, and that'll be awesome. That's a nice chunk of money towards student loans. Okay, yeah, my current payoff is $14,598.56 to be exact. I was close, okay? I was close. Make a payment. Let me go ahead and put in the amount. Proceed to confirmation. Agree to terms of use and service. Submit. Okay, awesome. I have officially submitted my payment. Hopefully tonight I'll have $10,600 in debt, maybe a little bit less, because even though I'm not paying it off just yet, it still feels good to see that balance decrease over time. And speaking of which, I want to show you my debt payoff spreadsheet. This is something that I used to show a lot in my old budget videos, but I haven't done it in a while just because it really promotes this idea of forecasting, which can be good, but it can also be bad. But I'm such a big forecaster. Like, I love forecasting things, but I didn't want to make that the forefront of my budget video, so that's why I kind of stopped. However, this sheet is also really good for seeing how far you've come. And throughout the majority of my debt-free journey, I've had this spreadsheet where I kind of count down the months until debt freedom, and I show all of my balances for those months and how much I pay to my student loans every month. So I just wanted to show you what that spreadsheet looks like now, at least for my private student loans. So if you don't know much about my debt-free journey, I did graduate with over $90,000 of just private student loan debt, not counting the federal loans. And it wasn't until late 2018 that I decided to get my financial life together. That's when I kind of got into budgeting and then decided to start tracking my spending and prioritizing sending money towards student loans. But my private student loans kind of had to take a back seat in the process, and so all I did with them was really consolidate and refinance until I was finally in a position where I was able to focus on my private student loans and send the majority of my money there, and eventually my mom started helping me out with that as well. As you can see in the spreadsheet, it's been a very long journey. So as you can see here, all of the payments that I made in pretty much the first 3 years of paying down debt were minimum payments towards my private student loans. It's kind of crazy to think about why I did that, but I really wanted to focus on the snowball method and just focus on the smaller debts first to get those small wins rather than focus on the giant $90,000 debt. You can see that in 2021, a lot changed. I actually ended up sending over $57,000 of money towards those loans just in that 1 year. So now here we are in March, and you can see that in January I sent $4,000 towards my student loans. In February I sent $9,882, and then I have March, April, and May. So I am projecting those payments that you see there. This is definitely not definitive, which is why I kind of stopped showing you guys all of this information. I just wanted to show you guys this because it's such a huge part of my journey. You have no idea how many hours I've spent just staring at this part of my spreadsheet. And at some point, this spreadsheet went up to 2024. So I've clearly made a lot of changes and decisions in my life so that I could get to this point, and I'm really happy that I've made it this far. We'll keep going, and thank you guys so much for watching.